Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Asad Yaqub with a 7-day IELTS reading plan. 7 days and IELTS is going to be in, okay, IELTS reading. Whether it's academic or general training, this 7-day plan is going to work out for you. You can divide it into 8 days or 10 days. It depends on the amount of time which you give each day, because for this plan you need to give at least 2 to 3 hours to your reading on daily basis. Day 1, take one reading test. If you are from academic, take one complete academic reading test. If you are general training IELTS candidate, take one complete reading test from general training module, and then save that test with you, the number of right answers which you got. This is what we call pre-test, so that you guys know where you stand or sit or lay in IELTS reading. Okay, now for instance, if you got 20 correct answers or 24 correct answers or even 30 correct answers, you need to keep that thing safe and sound with you. This is what we call pre-test. Now once through pre-test you understood that, okay, I'm getting 20 correct answers but my target is 7 band in academic reading, then you need 30 correct answers. If you say my target is 7 band in general training reading, then your target is 34. I mean, you need to make 34 correct answers to get 7, and there should be half band to 1 band extra or above your target. If you want 7 band, try for 7.5. If you want 6 band, try for 7 band, something like that. That is important. Now let's move on. This time I'm going to tell you what you have to do. Day 1 is like you take one test. After that you have to divide your IELTS reading preparation section wise. The first 2 days you will only do section 1 in 15 minutes. There should be a stopwatch or there should be a timer, count back timer, count down timer from 15 to 14, 13, 12 and all that. Within 15 minutes, observing the time, you must finish one section. So section 1 you started. Now after each section, for example, you did section 1, you did 14 questions. Out of 14 questions, only your 8 questions are right. Rest of the questions are wrong. Now we call it debriefing session. Very, very important. Debriefing session. In debriefing session, you can even spend an hour. No problem. Now you are not time bound. Debriefing session is question number 3. My answer is false, but actually the right answer is not given. Why? How? So when you find why and how, you will find 2 things, 2 important things. One is logic and another one is reason. Logic behind the right answer and reason behind the right answer. Once you catch or once you apprehend or comprehend the reason and the logic behind the right answer, most definitely you will be improving. So when you are doing debriefing session, even one question can take 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. Don't worry, but let me tell you, at the end of your debriefing with each question, you should be crystal clear mentally that yes, for question number 4, the right answer is not given. This is the reason behind that. This is the logic, and by mistake I had written false. Now I realize not given is the right answer. Section 1, only section 1. 15 minutes, section 1. You know, the students, when they prepare, when they do practice, if they do not make themselves time bound, they never finish IELTS reading in 1 hour. Let me tell you, this is important. So for the next 2 days, you are going to do only section 1. I'm giving you a 7-day plan. Okay, day 1 started with one mock test of reading, and then section 1 you can take 4 tests and 4 section 1s, or 6 or 8, it depends on the time you have, right? I would advise you to do at least 8 to 9 section 1s in a day, and there must be a break. Like for 15 minutes you did section 1, then take a break of 20 minutes, do something else, and again come back, section 1 of test 2, section 1 of test 3, section 1 of test 4. And for this I would like to advise you to go back from Cambridge IELTS book 15, go backwards. Some students go forward from 1 to 15. They understand these are the levels, these are not the levels, these are just practice tests. So start from 15, all section 1 from 15, then 14, then 13, then 12, 11, 10 and all that. Once you are confident, and you know that debriefing session is basically your learning session about IELTS reading. You're going to teach yourself how to deal with reading. So this debriefing is the most important part of this 7-day plan. If you go on without debriefing, you are wasting your time. Once you're confident about section 1 and you are getting more than 10 correct answers, you are ready to move on to section 2. Now start section 2 and set your timer for 20 minutes. Got it? 20 minutes, countdown timer, section 2. And how you do it? First, read the passage. The title of the passage. Read the subtitle of the passage. Then from the questions, decide which question type is easier for me to solve. Always start with the easier question type. Never do the test the way the test is given, like questions 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 14. No, if 11 to 14 question type is sentence completion and you are comfortable with that, that is the easiest part for you, start from there and then you can move on to the other question type. Okay, so this is the thing. Section 2, read the title of the passage, subtitle, go through the questions. What are the questions? Take the test in 20 minutes. Once 20-minute time is over, stop writing. Do not do anything after that, and then you can do that debriefing with section 2. For each right answer, congratulate yourself. With each wrong answer, investigate into that question. For example, if for question number 16 the answer is gates and you've written hydraulic, now go back and see, okay, hydraulic gates, but actually these are the gates which are hydraulic, so in the answer I've got to write the word gates. This is how you can find the reason and the logic. So this debriefing may take half hour, 1 hour after each section 2, right? And you got to do it for the next 2 days. 2 days for section 1, 2 days for section 2, all section 2 with debriefing and all that. And finally, the last two, not the last 2 days, now we've got 3 days left. Next 2 days means first 2 days and next 2 days. Now the next 2 days from day 5 and day 6, you got to do section 3. Read the title of the passage, subtitle, read the questions carefully, go on, find the answers, and over here you can give yourself 25 minutes. 15 minutes for section 1, 20 minutes for section 2, and 25 minutes for section 3. That is going to make it around 15 and 20, 35. 35 and 25 is 60. Yeah, okay. Now you might argue, where will the time come from for transferring the answer? That is all included. In 15 minutes, you must transfer the answers to the answer sheet. Now you still have 5 minutes, 15 and 20, 35, and then you're left with 25. Yeah, that makes it around 60. So the transfer time is included. And by the way, always divide your IELTS reading in 3 parts as it is. After doing one part, write your answers to the answer sheet, shift your answers. After doing second part, shift your answers to the answer sheet, and after doing third part, shift your answers, or you can write answers directly to the answer sheet. So you'll do same with part 3 for 2 days, only part 3, and now you are giving yourself 25 minutes, right? That includes transfer time as well. Debriefing session, there will be long debriefing session where you'll be scratching your head, not just because you've got dandruff, just because you are thinking and scratching your head. So once this is over, on 7th day you are going to take fresh test from any Cambridge book if that is left, or otherwise you can, I would advise you to focus only Cambridge material. Do not go for any material made by a certain teacher or made by a certain company, because that can never match Cambridge standards. So you need to find Cambridge material, because IELTS belong to them and they know, I mean it's IELTS actually belongs to them, and they know about IELTS, and they prepare very good tests, and these are just the past papers. So on day 7 you got to take 3 full length reading tests in 1 hour, and then you got to observe your time management. You've got to observe the number of right answers, and the average of 3 reading tests should be matched with the first test that you took on day 1, and you will see very clear difference in your IELTS reading number of correct answers. And if this happens, you must inform me, and this formula is going to be more authentic. You can comment this video, and through that comment I'll get to know that yeah, this formula is authentic. Thank you very much guys. I also teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub truly wishes you best of luck. Take good care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.